500 million members who are customers. I don't know. They call it target market, right?
Maybe 400.
400. I know 300 million your customers, right? A lot of times people forget, it's called social media marketing. The way I look at it is, it's no different than other types of media. Okay? For one, you got broadcast media, which are TV, radio. You have print media, which are newspapers and that kind of thing. And you have social media. It's all about the media, but the most important part is about marketing.
Yes.
So we call it social media marketing, and I still believe that the problem is that when you target the market, when you're on social media, you still have to target the market. I don't know if telling everybody to go to a Facebook page. I mean, I'm shooting myself in the foot when I say this because I designed Facebook pages. But at least, you still have to do target marketing. And, you can't just say, here's our website. You can't go Facebook, give people, it's really good to start with Facebook history. I got into Facebook page about 2 years ago. And I decided to try to engage our friend Mon Biss, who runs Long Island Entrepreneurs. She put a blog post out there to have people critique my Facebook pages. And I didn't know Alison yet. Alison comes on with this comment that blew me away. She just told me like it was. She's like, she's a design expert, and she said, I don't like this about that Facebook page, and I don't like that. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Now, since then, I've developed about 40 Facebook pages. I'm going to show you guys, when I go at 11 o'clock, I'm going to show you a Facebook application that developed. Takes the Facebook page. But right now, I want to turn it over to Alison. 2 weeks ago, at the executive leader breakfast, she was dressed up amazing. We call her the hat lady, but I call her the leather lady.
Right.
She came with this hat, black leather jacket, and red leather pants. She lit up the room, and she told us that she does not like talking about her business, and she doesn't like hearing other people talk about their business. So I guess she's just one of those people that just does what they want to do. So here she is, Alison Gilbert, talking about inbound marketing, and we're going to put her on right now, and let's hope that Ustream does what it's doing.
You ready?
And Alison, I think you're on.
Okay, I can see myself, so I suppose I am. Can everybody hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Am I echoing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, she's on, but I don't know.
She knows.
I need people in the chat room.
Can everybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody see me? I have a red hat on. You can see me, but you can't hear me. Cough. Is my mic on? It should be. My mic is on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I can hear me. I can hear me. Okay. Okay. Okay, you ready for my song and dance? Okay. Good morning, everybody. And I'm delighted that, in fact, I have to turn down my sound because I'm echoing. It was very serendipitous of Bruce to choose me to go first because my topic, inbound marketing, is actually the introduction to what everybody else is going to be talking about. And it's amazing how few people have heard of inbound marketing, because what this new media which I recently read is not going to be called new anymore because it's now going to be the mainstream, but we'll still refer to it as new so everybody knows what we're talking about. All this new media is part of inbound marketing. I'm going to hold the book up for everybody to see. This is the definitive book, Inbound Marketing. And it was written by two fellows who were going to MIT, I think to the Sloan School of Management. I don't know if it's undergraduate or master's degree, but anyway, as part of their thesis, supposedly, they wrote this book. And inbound marketing was developed as a name in contradiction to the old traditional type of marketing, which is known as outbound marketing. And in their early talks, they would give the example of a hammer and how people had to be hit over the head to be convinced that they needed what you were selling. That was the old way of doing business, hitting people over the head with a hammer. Outbound marketing. And it cost a lot of money because it meant advertising on television, on radio, in print, direct mail, you name it. Very expensive, as we all know. Then something came along and started developing, and most people still know it as social media. Well, guess what, folks? Social media is a fraction, a mere fraction of inbound marketing. And it's interesting because when I was first introduced to social media, which actually was only less than a year ago, and it's hard to believe because as Rich was saying, we all have to be engaged in social media. Well, I'm not engaged in social media. I'm having a love affair with it. I am just so psyched. I feel like I have been reborn, and in a period of 9 months, I have 1,700 Facebook friends. In fact, Facebook punished me and put me in the timeout chair for 2 days and wouldn't let me sign up with any new friends because they said I was befriending too many people. Well, anyway, when I was doing social media, I did this incredible learning curve. In fact, I used to walk a lot, and I would tell people I was in training for mountain climbing. And I thought, gee, where did that come from? Because I don't climb mountains. But in theory, I do. The learning curve for social media is a very steep mountain. And the learning curve for inbound marketing is a direct vertical. Well, anyway, while I was embracing all of these different types of social media, and I would say I got up to about 30 different venues, I just got so overwhelmed. And all of my social media messages went to a catch-all Gmail address, and I was getting hundreds of Gmail messages if I didn't keep up every day. And I said to myself, this is getting out of hand. So anyway, I cut back substantially. And of course, Facebook is indispensable. I have 3 Facebook accounts. One is my personal one, so that I don't talk about business at all, so that what I say and do cannot be considered spamming. I play a lot of games now, or I should say I play games a lot. I wanted to do a website called Allie's Artville, and I turned out I didn't have to because there's a game called Cityville, and I named mine Allie's Artville. And then I started playing the Millionaire game. So anyway, I have my personal Facebook page, which is Alison Gilbert. I have one professional or like page, which is Alison's Art Inc., and a third one, which is my now just having come out Marketing Bites Maven, which is also the Lady in the Hat. Everybody knows me as the Lady in the Hat, and apparently now I'm known as the Lady in Leather. Well, anyway, not to get too far afield, inbound marketing. The two fellows that coined the term, and I have to look up their names because they are hard for me to remember, they are Brian Halligan and Dharmesh Shah. And as I mentioned, they were classmates at MIT. And they realized, as I suspected, as I was learning social media, that I loved it. I just was more excited about it than just about anything I had learned in my entire life. But it seemed like something was missing, or that it didn't have a context. And too many people that I know who are professionals in the communications field, in the computer technology field, web developers, said they hated social media because they weren't getting it. And the reason they weren't getting it was because it was out of context. And once I heard the term inbound marketing and started studying it, I realized this is it. Now it all makes sense. And it does. And you're probably all sitting there wondering. I know Bruce is, because he said he'd never heard of it before, so I'm very excited to actually be able to provide some information and not just criticize Bruce's graphics as he said that I did, which was really turned into be a lot of fun for us. Anyway, inbound marketing involves 6 things. When I first heard about it, it involved 4 things, and I thought, great, now I know what inbound marketing is. Well, not to keep you in suspense any longer. Actually, I'm good with numbers, but not with zeros. I don't know how many billions of people there are on the planet, but it's Mark Zuckerberg's intention to have everybody on Facebook. And why not? I truly believe that's where we're headed. So anyway, it's social. Social media is social. And as a part of inbound marketing, this is a science. And it's a science of getting rid of that outbound marketing sledgehammer where you had to bang people over the head to convince them that they needed what you were selling. What inbound marketing is about is something called attraction. Like a magnet, we attract customers. We let them know that we have what they need. They come looking for us, and they can look on Google, and they can get expert opinions from the actual advertisers, or they can go to Facebook and get the opinion of their peers. And as it turns out, people would rather take the advice of a peer than they would of a company that's paying to convince you to buy something. So we also learned on Charlie Rose last night that people are becoming more interested in doing a search for something they're interested in on Facebook rather than on Google. So Google's not too happy about that, but people want to know what their peers think. So I would say that inbound marketing is probably the perfect blend, like the perfect cup of coffee, the perfect blend of social and science. Inbound marketing is all about, leads nurturing is all about a funneling of a lead into a prospect, from a prospect where you get the person's information, email, name, and all of that, so that they can then become part of your continual outreach, from a lead to a prospect to a buyer. It's a very systematic, scientific process. So once again, inbound marketing, think of the magnet, versus outbound marketing, getting hit with the hammer over the head. It involves blogging, and according to one of my favorite marketing gurus, who publishes a blog every day that consists of many different bloggers, He says blogging is going to be the thing of 2011, not social media. But blogging is an element of inbound marketing. Social media is an aspect. Excuse me, I forgot for just a second what I was saying. Search engine optimization, analytics, leads nurturing, and apparently there's one other which I don't remember, but that's 5. That gives us all a lot to work with, so that it means what we all have to do is develop a balance of all of those elements to have the perfect formula for attracting business to us. And it will happen very naturally because people know what they need. Shoppers have changed the way they shop. And we as business owners have to change the way we market. And we have inbound marketing to meet the shoppers, to welcome them. They are finding us. So if you do it right, and it's not hard to do it right because there are a lot of great people out there like Bruce who are showing people how to do it. There are great software programs available that will do it for you. If you do it right, the business will come. It's like the movie Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. You build that inbound marketing venue, that steam engine, and the customers will just hop on that train and they'll come right to your door. So thank you very much. It's been my pleasure to introduce those of you who are not already familiar with inbound marketing to it. You all are. We just didn't know it was called inbound marketing. And I'm delighted to be here. And if you have any questions, I'd love to talk with you. I'm the marketingbytesmaven.biz. You can contact me through my website, and you can always contact Bruce and he'll let you know how to reach me. And I see that my time is up. And again, thanks so much. And just remember the Marketing Bites Maven and inbound marketing. Thank you.
Here now, and what I'm going to do is I want everybody to give Alison applause. So in the chat room, type in applause or clap or whatever you want to do. Let's all do it. There we go. Okay, I don't see. There we go. Alison, take a standing ovation. Thank you very much, Alison. Great job. Inbound marketing, I learned a lot. And I thought it was just about outbound marketing. So apparently, I might want to buy that book. So, Alison, if you can post the link to buy that book on Amazon, or if you see some videos on YouTube or something on HubSpot.com, definitely post that for everybody in the chat room. And I thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing more public speaking from Alison in the near future. We're going to be doing this once a month. And I got Rich Cruz over here to my left, who is also speaking at around 10:30, 10:45. Next up is Lorinda Hanlick, and it's funny because she didn't know what she would be talking about in last night, so she was thinking of LinkedIn. And I find that LinkedIn isn't really doing all that well competing with Facebook. And Facebook is just excelling as a business marketing tool as well. So I'm looking to see what we can learn about LinkedIn. And let me just give you a little background. Lorinda and I have known each other for about 2 years now. I met her on the Long Island business networking scene. And she has a company called New York Introductions. She was also a very big player on iRadio USA. And she was basically the person behind the scenes. Did a pretty good job there, running the chat room and making the show move. The one thing about Lorinda is she never wanted to go live, and she's leaving that to Eric and Linda. But I've seen Lorinda She told me a great story yesterday that she went public. The first time she spoke about 500 people in Los Angeles, and she broke her fear of public speaking.